For this time of year, the weather is about as perfect as you could hope for here in Lexington for the opening SEC series of the season. The Kentucky Wildcats and the Alabama Crimson Tide meet here at Kentucky Proud Park, and alongside Doug Flynn, I'm Jonathan Mathis. And Doug, both these teams enter on a roll.
Yeah, and both of them, if you look at their rosters and the start of their season, are very similar, Jonathan, in that you have teams that had a couple of injuries early in the year, so they were getting some extra players a chance to play, and they've been a couple of surprises for both of these lineups, but it's Southeastern Conference baseball. If you can't get excited about that, something's wrong with you.
Absolutely, and Justin LeBron will be batting second in this one, one of the most exciting players around and one of the most hyped shortstops in the country, and we get to see him play.
Yeah, I've heard a lot. Of course, I haven't seen him, but everything that you hear, I mean, all the awards that he's already won, preseason, All-American. Right now, I was a little surprised when I saw the stats that not only is he just an outstanding shortstop, but he also leads his team with stolen bases where he can flat out run, and he's got 8 home runs too. So the one thing that we won't be seeing tonight, though, unfortunately, is another really good shortstop who is scratched from the lineup, and that's Tyler Bell, but a little more on that later.
Yeah, a little shoulder issue. They're hoping to get him back soon, but just out today. And he'd been working his way back, but back in looking to get another dominant performance on the mound. Jackson Jelkin got hit around a little bit last time out, but he's been the definitive Friday starter all season.
Yeah, he has. You know, amazing that he coached first base for Kentucky last year while he was going through his rehab. And he started this season. He's got an outstanding arm. He's got a really good fastball, sharp breaking ball. And his control had been awesome, but last time out got roughed up a little bit. His control wasn't what it had been earlier in his previous starts. So tonight we'll see if he can get back on the grid.
Leading off for Alabama, Bryce Fowler, the senior center fielder, has really had a wonderful season. He, like many of these players, bounced around a little bit during his college career, but he's found a home in now center field for Alabama as a right fielder last year. And all the defensive metrics said that Alabama had just a phenomenal outfield, and he was part of it, and now he's in center.
Yeah, you look at all the guys that have come over in the portal. Kentucky certainly has benefited as much as anybody in baseball over the last couple of years. Alabama with 9 new players this year. Some of them playing different positions, but it seems to have worked when you start the season 15-3.
For sure. Fowler, LeBron, Brady Neal, they're really happy with him as catcher. We'll touch on him more. Luke Vaughn, the first baseman. John Lem batting 6th. Justin Osterhaus, as this ball is driven towards center field, and Jace Tarnish retires the first batter.
It's going to be interesting tonight, Jonathan, keeping an eye on that wind. It's been windy, really blowing hard all day long. Right now, the flag is blowing out, so a lot of balls that are hit with the perfect backspin on them are going to carry a lot more. They say the wind may lay down tonight, but this is Kentucky Proud Park. We don't ever know when the wind's going to lay down.
No, and Justin LeBron does not lay down either. He's got power, he's got speed. One of his teammates said he's got all 5 tools, and if there was a 6th one, he'd have that too, and he fouls that one off his shin. Kentucky wanted the out. That's he fouled it off, but LeBron, by some metrics, he's either the second best shortstop entering that's draft eligible. He might be the first overall pick. He comes in with all the hype.
It probably depends if you ask an Alabama fan or a Kentucky fan where he ranks in the shortstop.
Very, very true. His head coach, Rob Vaughn, he said that he also plays a really good center field. He says he plays center so well that if we saw him play center, which we're not tonight, if we saw him play center, we would wonder what was it going on in his head to put him at shortstop.
You look at some of his statistics. There's 7 errors right now, but somebody that's that fast and that quick probably gets to a lot of balls that most people would not.
He leaves this one outside, doesn't need to get to it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Blast that one to left field, towering and well gone. Justin LeBron. Tide lead 1-0.
Well, he certainly didn't disappoint. We said if you hit it not only good, but you get that right spin on it up in this breeze tonight, that's a no-doubter there.
Holy smokes. I'm surprised it landed. That's home run number 9 of the year for Justin LeBron.
Like a hanging breaking ball, and boy, he was sitting there waiting right on it. They got him with the strike before that on a breaking ball, and came back with it. Boy, he unloaded.
You know, Rob Vaughn, the head coach for Alabama, he was saying that when they came here yesterday to first hit it, when they were hitting, as Brady Neal's up at bat, they hit 3 out in batting practice, which is unusual because they normally hit about 1 million out.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, it's really hard to hit it out of here. And then Justin LeBron said, I don't think so. Back up the middle, Luke Lawrence shading behind second base, 2 away.
You look at the dimensions on this ballpark, and it looks like it might play big, but it really doesn't. And the wind is a big part of that because it's blowing out most of the time. And we've only seen 3 inside the park home runs in this ballpark, and we've seen 2 in the last week. I wouldn't say we're due then. We're just becoming a trend. Here's Luke Vaughn, the first baseman. Settling in as the regular first baseman for Alabama. Native of Cincinnati, a place you know quite well. Yeah. It's only 80 miles from here.
I'm impressed with Alabama. They recruit everywhere.
Well, when you talk to Rob Vaughn, I love his approach to the game, what he brings to his team as a coach, as a mentor. And I think when you look through these college ranks, certainly here at the University of Kentucky with Nick Mingione, just the culture, how it's changed in the short time that he's been here. And when you put 7,500 people in this ballpark, when they've been going to the regions the last couple of years, it is some kind of fun.
The 1-2. He held it back, stays 1-2. That was one of the great atmosphere. I think it was one of the selling points for Kentucky's new third baseman out there, Tyler Cerny. Caught whiff of that and decided, I think I'll stick around here. And not sticking around much longer is Luke Vaughn. That's the end of the top of the first, but the damage was done and it was launched. Justin LeBron homered and Alabama leads 1-0. Well, Alabama thought you couldn't hit home runs here at Kentucky Proud Park, and that's certainly not the case. We'll see what Kentucky can counter with. Jace Tarnish will lead off. Luke Lawrence, the shortstop. Ethan Hindle will bat third. Carson Hansen gets the play at DH today because Tyler Bell is out with his shoulder didn't feel totally right. Kentucky does get Tyler Cerny back at third after a little bit of a breather. Hudson Brown playing first base, bat sixth. Ryan Schwartz in right field has been outstanding. Scott Campbell, likewise, very impressive so far as the season's gone on. Plays left field, bats eighth. And Owen Jenkins, the freshman from far away Lexington, Kentucky, will bat ninth and catch. And Tarnish skies one foul.
Boy, this kid came over and just came out of the gate swinging the bat. Looks as poised and as comfortable at the plate probably as anybody that's come over in the portal. He's played outstanding outfield, but just solidified himself as that leadoff hitter very early when he came here, and he just hadn't stopped hitting.
Transferred in from St. Bonaventure. Behind the count, 0-2, but it kind of seemed like this whole all the transfers that came in were very much Nick Mangione type guys.
Yeah, Nick and his wife.
Got them both.
She helps him, and they've both been very good at getting players. There's a good look at Nick right there, and knowing just what kind of personalities and how they fit into the system.
Swinging at them all, which is what you need to do because Tyler Fay, the starter today for Alabama, is a really cool story. We'll visit it as the outing goes on, but he is a strike thrower, Doug.
I've noticed that already. He's had some great outings for this ball club.
And Tarnish will drive it up the middle into center field for a leadoff single, which is a recipe for trouble for any opponent. Him on, no outs.
He's got really good speed, 14 for 14 in the stolen base department. And he just looks comfortable I mean, it's like he was born here, made to play ball. Good looking athlete. As we said, he went out in that center field position too and put some good speed along with the other corner guys to handle that outfield job.
Is Luke Lawrence, the shortstop today. He's first pitch swinging two, fades it towards the left field, and it will be caught by Justin Osterhaus, who is filling in left field, but has done a nice job thus far. Not just today. That was a good catch, but during his time filling in for
the wind too in this ballpark. We watched them in infield practice. It's a little bit funky, so you've got to you can't drift on the ball here. You've got to get to a spot. And Kentucky's come out swinging the bat. They're not taking any pitches. But looking for that, and they know too. They do a scouting report, so they'll know if he's a strike thrower, they'll be more aggressive at the plate.
And here's Ethan Hindle, who tore the cover off the ball last weekend against the Citadel. I don't know what the Citadel did to him, but he batted .462 with 3 home runs and a double, 8 RBIs. That's not
one
bad.
of those inside the park home runs.
That's not too shabby.
Not too shabby. And he's played really good second base. He started the season at third, and then it looked like when Tyler Bell was at short, Luke Lawrence was going to be at second. He would start at third base. He's had to move over to second. He's done a really good job.
The 1-0. Smoke to center field. He gives it a deep ride, and it is gone.
All right, you asked me about how this ballpark plays. I think you've got a good view. You can get that right spin and get it up in the air, especially with the way that wind's going now. But he has been hot. That's 5 home runs here in just a short period of time.
When they say Jace Tarnish is on base, he's so dangerous because of his speed. Well, he just had to do a little home run jog around because Hindle. 6th home run of the year for Hindle. That brings up Carson Henson. And he's first pitch swinging 2 and drives that one into the gap between left and center, and he's going for 2, and he's going to be out.
See if Coach
He went for it.
He went. You got the ball right in front of you. You got to be smart. You got a little rally going here. You know, being aggressive. Nothing wrong with that, but you got to use your head a little bit too.
Now here's a sight for sore eyes for Kentucky fans. Tyler Cerny back in. Pulled by the off speed, but he'd tweaked his hamstring, been out for a little while. Probably could have played a little bit earlier, but you want to take it cautious, get him ready for SEC play. Well, SEC plays here.
And that's so important too. And they've tried to do that with a couple of guys. You know, I was looking at the record last year for Alabama, which was pretty amazing. They were 41-18, and 14 of those 18 losses were in the conference.
Cerny gets under it towards center field. Bryce Fowler comes in, but peeling back is Brennan Holt, who makes the grab. And that will end the first. But a home run, a two-run shot by Ethan Hindle pummeled it to center field, and Kentucky leads going to the second, 2-1. Welcome back, everybody. Alabama down 1 now, going to the top of the second. John Lem, Jason Torres, Justin Osterhaus will be the first three to take on Jackson Jelkin, the Friday starter. And he's got the full arsenal out there on the mound.
Yeah, he's got great speed, good breaking ball. When he gets in trouble, sometimes his command is not real good. Like he hung a curveball to a really good hitter, and LeBron deposited it. So we'll see how he handles it after giving up a run early. But like we said last time, he was a little shaky. But boy, the first 3 games, he was lights out.
Alabama feels like they've got 3 catchers that they can rely on. One is right here, John Lem, who is DHing right now. That's a spot he typically finds himself in.
I think Kentucky, probably the same. 3 guys that they've been using all year.
You said this earlier, and I thought it, so this must be true, is these 2 rosters very similar, and how the seasons weren't begun.
Yeah.
Very similar. Both deal with injuries.
I agree. And you look at their stats, they're pretty close. Alabama's a team that will take a walk, and they get hit by a lot of pitches. Kentucky's the same thing. Defense about the same.
And Rob Vaughn was talking about that, where how Alabama's playing now, where it's, I don't want to say small ball, but they're not as reliant on power as they had once been. It's a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jackson Jelkin on the mound. Into the first with 1, starts the second. That'll bring up Jason Torres. The crafty third baseman began his collegiate journey at his native Miami.
Yeah, this is kind of that stadium, that rock in the dugout coming over here. You know they play a good schedule, have some good ball clubs. I enjoyed talking with Rob today earlier because it's good to talk to someone who kind of thinks about the game the same way that you do.
Yeah.
With all the changes that have gone on. And, you know, he's a young kid that played in the minor leagues for a few years. And, of course, he's at Maryland. And now he's here at Alabama. But he said, bottom line, you know, you can put all those stats and everything. The bottom line is you got to win.
And both these teams have been doing that so far. And really, you look at the SEC. That's what the whole SEC's been doing. And
Yeah. Oh.
there's going to be some pretty good teams with some very lopsided records in the wrong direction just because of the depth in the conference.
In the last, how many College World Series champions were from the SEC? 6, 7?
Ton.
A bunch. I tell you, that was fun. I'd never been until a couple of years ago when Kentucky went, and it is some kind of fun.
I need to get out there. I haven't been.
Oh, you'd love it.
I would. Here's the 1-2.
I mean, it's 25,000 every night that are coming out there cheering. And they only give the teams, I think, 700 tickets, so the town just takes it all in, but it is absolutely wonderful.
The 2-2. Full count. I think both of these teams, very realistic hopes, planning for being a part of that, at least being in the postseason.
Oh, yeah. And they've both got a feel for it over the last couple of years. So. But, man, you look at, I mean, in the Southeastern Conference, 15 of them are in the top 10.
A dribbler towards Luke Lawrence at short, and on the run, discards Jason Torres. I'll bring up Justin Osterhaus.
Good look at Hudson Brown, the big first baseman there, who's done a good job defensively. Put him in some rough positions last year, but he's worked hard, as most of these kids do. But you were here when we get here today at 3:30, 4 o'clock, and you watch the routine that all these college players go through just to get themselves ready for a game.
Right at him. His ears were burning. And a 1-2-3 second.
Thank you, Hudson. Right on cue. What a nice play. That ball had some mustard on it, too.
Spoken into existence by Doug Flynn, and we'll go to the bottom of the second.
Baseball is now accepting reservations of the Yo Party here at the ball game. Visit the proposal on the main concourse or scan the QR code on the page for more information.
The bottom of the second we go, and Doug, how often does it happen where the guy will make a play out in the field, looks really good, and then he's right up to bat to lead off?
I don't know how that works, but it does somehow. The baseball people who invented this, they said, you know, we're going to give the guy another chance to get an ovation when he walks up.
It's like a law of the game. And so Hudson Brown, who showed his deft ability of handling a sharp grounder in the top of the second, is now leading off the bottom of the second, so we can continue talking about him.
All right, along those lines, you believe in the broadcaster's curse? Like,
no, but it's hilarious when it happens.
yeah.
Because it feels like sometimes it's almost like Murphy's Law, where
Yeah,
it's just you're going to say something, and sure enough, it's going to work out. But sometimes you just got to be able to call the game and keep
Sometimes
everybody
you got to be
informed.
lucky too.
Yeah, it's got to work out.
You know, Hudson, they're still waiting on him. The kid's 6'6" and 235 pounds, waiting for him to. He's been doing a lot of that, barreling up a lot of baseballs for base hits left and right. Really doesn't have that home run swing yet. But when he does hit one, obviously with his size and strength, he can hit it an awful long way.
Do you think he's gonna get it, or is he just a gap guy?
You know, that's a good question. you don't want him to change his swing because he's hitting very well and he's hitting a lot of line drives. So you don't want him to change anything that might mess him up. But
Speaking of guy you don't want to change anything, Ryan Schwartz, the right fielder, has been outstanding this year.
you know, I didn't realize, walked down by the cage today, how big some of these kids are, and he's one of them.
A sophomore from North Carolina initially. Indian Trail specifically. Ball stays outside. They're saying in the fall, when you just take stock of the roster, Ryan Schwartz was, if he wasn't the best player on the team, then he was second.
If you wanted to say, what's an athlete look like in a uniform, this is the kid right here. He's still trying to get into that position where he gets consistent with his swing, sometimes gets a little bit long.
He took a little circuitous route to Kentucky, where he's initially going to go to Texas.
Yep.
And then they had a coaching change, and for whatever reason, reopened his commitment, found himself here in Lexington. Started off last year hot after he was banged up. Cooled off a little bit, a little freshman stuff.
I think one of the toughest things in sports is to be a college baseball coach when you have to try to recruit kids knowing, well, you might get them or they just might get drafted by the pros. Uh-oh.
Smokes one to left, and uh-oh indeed. It's a home run barrage here in the opening day of SEC play.
I'm sure uh-oh ain't the best home run call you could get, but I sometimes get a little excited. In this ballpark, you usually know when one is hit pretty good, if it's got a chance. And the big fella's finding that stroke.
That's number 2 of the year for him. Second of many. And a visit on the mound with Tyler Fay. And action heading towards the bullpen as quite a few Crimson Tide are scurrying down there. But Tyler Fay has had a really good year. He's got a really cool story. You don't want to, it's always inconvenient when you tell the cool, fun story about the pitcher right after he gave up a home run. But he does have a good story, and they love that he has come into games. When he started last year, he was late into the rotation as a starter a year ago, and they felt like he gave them a chance in each game. That's what they liked. But this year, when he takes the mound, it's the mindset of, I'm going to win this game. And Alabama has that confidence. And right now, he's just found the barrel of Ethan Hindle and Ryan Schwartz, and they deposited it somewhere out towards the Atlantic.
And, you know, I think when you've got a reputation for being a strike thrower, unless you can really throw good strikes, not just a strike down the middle, and sometimes you're off just a little bit, well, the offense knows that too, and they're going to come up more aggressive.
Strike on to Scott Campbell Jr., transfer in to Kentucky from USC Upstate.
See, they used to call that a curveball. Now they call that a sweeper. Your generation calls it a sweeper.
I know. We got new names for stuff.
There's another one.
It's like we're not creative enough to come up with new pitches, so we're just going to come up with a new name.
New name. That makes sense.
Checked it. Did he go?
Oh, yeah.
He did.
Well, we stayed right with that breaking ball, too. Just kept changing locations with it.
Now, Owen Jenkins, the catcher, who's trying to get back in the offensive groove, but the potential he has is just voluminous.
He had a game earlier in the year. We had 3 knocks and was really looking really good at the plate. And you'll see a big kid, local kid.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a freshman.
No.
But you could just tell anyone around the program that the amount of the level that they want him to succeed isn't just because he's a talented freshman, but you have that him being from here, playing high school here.
Yeah.
Lexington born and bred, basically.
Had one of his teammates from high school pitch to him the other night. That was pretty interesting for a college baseball game.
That is cool.
I love the game now. I would rather watch college games now than professional games.
Oh, and he got plunked. You know, one of the things about the college game now is you have a whole suit of armor on out there, so it doesn't even hurt.
And they've got a kind of a motto or a mantra we talk about here is don't move. And you watch big league guys. I mean, some of these pitchers in the conference are throwing mid-90s, upper 90s, and kids are not moving at all. A lot of them have the gear on, but both of these teams are very good at when ball's thrown inside, getting hit.
Tarnish, second at plate appearance of the game. Singled his first time up. He's got a duck on the pond here with Owen Jenkins.
Slowly, few people rolling into the ballpark. I think spring break's starting pretty soon. I don't know if it's this week or next week.
Yeah, you're right on, man. It's chop towards second. There's LeBron. Gets the first. Will he get the second? No. It's the speedy Tarnish able to beat out the throw. 2 away. That would have been a tough one to turn.
Yeah, there was no way they were going to turn it. And what I really liked is LeBron he knew they weren't going to get to, so he took his time, made sure he just stopped, got his feet planted, and made a good throw to second. And I think everybody knew they weren't going to turn it, but you know, I would do that sometimes as second baseman. I'd want to turn it just to get the work in. And they said, well, what if you threw it bad? I said, well, I wasn't trying to throw it bad. So.
Tarnish will go. There's the throw. The speedy Tarnish beats it out.
Ooh, that was almost
close,
a great play right there by LeBron. Gets that ball in a short hop and still able to throw a tag down.
Yeah, that was little Gumby arms there. We might be looking at it.
Pretty decent jump. Boy, catcher does a good. That ball hops up. I think he might have been under it. I'm sure he's saying he tagged him on the back of the foot, maybe.
Well, I liked it on that throw. Like now, it might have the runner might have been there first. He might have been beyond the tag, but LeBron stuck with it.
Oh
like,
yeah.
He didn't have to reach it down, up, anything. Just
But you know,
tag,
when you take a ball off of a bounce, your glove is going to end up in the air because you start with that glove down, and so that would be the only way I would think maybe he got underneath that slide, because after he got it up, he had to go back down again with it. But what an athletic
really
play
close.
that was. That is really a tough play.
So when Tarnish took off, I thought it wasn't going to be that close, and then it ended up being that close.
Got the slow-mo out there on the big screen.
Yeah, we have, peel back the curtain slightly, we've got what's called a 3-camera broadcast today, which means we have, this is technical, we have 3 cameras. But the referees, for their video review, they have angles all over the park of these static cameras that don't move. So they can check in and look on stuff.
That's right, this will be done back at the main office.
Yeah. Oh, he's out.
Wow.
It did get him. Well, a rare sight of Jace Tarnish thrown out, going to second. What a tag by LeBron. What a throw by Neal. And we go to the third. Cats lead the Tide 2-1. Welcome to the third. Some young fans hanging in. Join what has been an offensive onslaught by Kentucky.
And when we ended that inning, Jonathan, that's one of the finest plays I've seen in a while. I mean, that's a tough play for any infielder, but take the short hop, still have the presence to catch it, put the tag on the runner. Just a great play.
Especially considering who the runner is.
Yeah, it was perfect. 14 for 14 in stolen bases prior to that.
I think I got a little glimpse of what this old Justin LeBron, why they might like.
Let's see, good defensive play and a bomb. Yeah, kind of liking that.
Yeah, seems like a promising athlete. I hope a couple scouts might be tuning in, checking him out.
Oh, they're here. Trust me. I've already talked to a few. Matter of fact, you met one tonight.
I did.
But we don't say what team he was with because we don't like them.
Yeah, that's true. They might be pretty good on the West Coast. That ball is driven and caught.
Wow.
Scott Campbell, what's the distance out there? Is that 398?
That's pretty far. I think it's 378 maybe in the gaps. You can tell he just missed that ball, but I tell you, on a night like tonight, you don't have to hit it perfectly to get it out.
He almost did. I mean, if that is 398, that ball went 397 and a half. Brendan Holt. Versatile guy holding the bottom of the order down for Alabama. Been well-traveled. Started at LSU, went to Oklahoma State, went to South Alabama for a couple years, now here.
What's nice when you can have a guy at the bottom of your lineup hitting 300, could turn that lineup over for those guys up top.
He didn't wear that one. One of the rare guys to get out of the way. But especially the top of the orders, Fowler and LeBron have someone to give them an RBI opportunity. And Holt has been. He's been really good. He smokes one over on the ground. Hindle. That was tricky, but got him.
Yep. I think that Hindle's got that little short arm throw from second base. That time looked like ball tried to sail on him a little bit, but you got you a 6'6" guy over on first. That really helps.
Yeah, nice pick there by Brown. It almost seemed like he had so much time to throw it. Yeah. He just thought about it a little too much.
You know, I always like to throw it quick. Always like to get it.
Same rhythm every time?
Yeah, I try to get rid of the ball, because just in case the throw was a little bit offline, then my first baseman or whoever had a chance to react to it. So,
Bryce Fowler, top of the order. When Rob Vaughn discovered Bryce Fowler, he was playing junior college ball. He's looking at different players, looking at a pitcher. And Fowler came up, and he hit a bomb and stood there and soaked it in a little bit, which the kids do nowadays. And Rob Vaughn watched that, the head coach for Alabama, and said, I must find out who this guy is. He's got some moxie to him.
You know what that says, though? He didn't go there to scout him. I tell all these kids, at any level, when you're playing a game.
Ooh, nice hit. Oh, look at this. Lawrence. And
wow, that was close.
Fowler from his belly.
You never know. So play hard every game, because they may not come to see you, but they may be leaving the game talking about you. That was a great play by Luke Lawrence.
He could play all around.
Yes, he can. Wow. Look at this great play, the presence to throw, but just not going to get the speedy Fowler going down the line.
Fowler's got some wheels, too. Good in the base stealing. Next up, a man who needs a little more attention. Hard to ignore.
We'll see how he pitches him. He had him 2 strikes on him last time, then threw him a breaking ball, got it up. See if he'll throw him a better breaking ball or tries to pitch him a different way. Fastball.
This is also tricky with Fowler now on first, too. How much attention do you pay to him? Because he's dangerous on the base pass.
Well, you know, most of your concentration has to be on this hitter. You don't want to make another mistake.
It better be.
Brought back some memories. You coming down here from Indianapolis?
Yeah, man.
Nice, 1974. That was a fun place to play baseball in.
Still is I'd say new ballpark, but it's been there for like 30 years now. But Victory Field's great. Old Busch Stadium was great. Had the ivy walls.
That was cool. Yeah, but and behind them, it was. They had those bricks behind them. It was a really good fun ballpark to play in.
By the way, it was Busch, B-U-S-H, not like the St. Louis Cardinals Busch Stadium.
Yeah. And what is it now? Did you tell me apartments?
Victory Field. Oh, yeah, now Busch Stadium is apartments.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. So
as are most of the old places I played in.
The benefit is that it is still standing. Like, it is still there, so it's not torn down. Like, it is. They just convert it into apartments. Strike two on LeBron. Here's your situation.
Yep, there was a breaking ball there. He didn't hang that one over the plate, though. He had him fastball, then that time started it on the middle, and it broke on the outside part of the plate.
A little behind it. Well, he was leaning some. Stays 2-2.
I don't know if he took, that was a 95. He's been 90 mile an hour fastball. He's been throwing 95. I don't know if he took a little bit off of that, if it was a cutter maybe or a sinker, but
it seemed like it had a little bit of juice to
something onto it. Yeah. LeBron did a good job keeping the bat on it though.
This one he fouls off the other way. On the giant video board here at Kentucky Proud Park, they have K-Time on the board, and LeBron does strike out, but not often. The 2-2 with 2 outs. Ooh, that's close.
Got a flinch from the umpire too. He flinched, but he wouldn't pull the trigger, so that was a close pitch.
The umpires in blue in the grandstands all thought this was a strike.
Yeah, had a lot of umpires on that one.
Keeping Fowler in check. Brady Neal on deck is dangerous in his own right, the left-handed swinging catcher, but LeBron is as dangerous as there are, and they get him swinging. Alabama strands their first base runner of the game, and they still trail 2-1 going to the bottom of the third.
For big savings at Kroger Fuel with Kroger Fuel Reward points. Every purchase inside the store earns you fuel points for up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, BDN, it's trivia time. Get out your phone and scan the QR code on the video and play along. Tonight's winner will receive a Coca-Cola prize pack. That's third inning trivia, presented by Coca-Cola. Together tastes better.
Welcome to the bottom of the third inning. With a big pitch there. Big strikeout there of LeBron.
Yeah, came back with an off-speed pitch, 82 miles an hour. I don't know if he's got a change or that was his changeup, but surely took an awful lot off of that pitch. Boy, had LeBron out in front, big strikeout.
Luke Lawrence will lead off. Ethan Hindle, who hit the first 2-run home run of the game for Kentucky, will be second, and then Carson Hansen will bat third. Lawrence, good eye, lets it breeze on by.
Lawrence has hit all over this lineup. He's hit leadoff, second, third, wherever they've needed. Boy, he has been steady. And last year, kind of unusual, he hit higher during the SEC than he did pre-SEC games. And that says an awful lot about his hitting ability.
That is unique. Because he had transferred in from Illinois State. He was a shortstop for the Redbirds. Takes a strike. Came here to Kentucky. Played second because Tyler Bell is pretty good and has that shortstop tied down. I wonder if it was just getting used to playing at Kentucky, where he felt more comfortable.
He's always seemed to be pretty comfortable, but I don't know. That's a good point. But I tell you, it was amazing, though, because when you get into the conference, you see a lot of guys' averages go the other way, but his didn't.
Typically, yeah. So after the walk, here's Ethan Hindle. And I hope everybody's got extra insurance and their cars parked out there in the parking lots. You might be able to reach it.
We'll see if Luke goes. Kentucky loves to run.
That is something that everyone, like all the teams know. And the question is, how much do you prepare for it? Do teams under-prepared? Are you over-prepared? Try to find the middle ground, and Alabama's tried to find throughout the middle for all the legendary shenanigans Kentucky can pull on the bases.
Well, and that's been kind of their MO over the last several years. They'll hit and run, they'll run, they do a lot of stuff just to stay active. They call it chaos. There's some games where it really can be.
The 0-1. Got under it towards right field. Peyton Steele will drift over and make the grab. One away. That's something Rob Vaughn was talking about from the Alabama perspective. The chaos that Kentucky can do. Some of that precedes itself and almost helps out Kentucky, just the legend of it.
Yeah.
Of what are they going to do? You never know what they're going to do.
Well, as a defensive player, when you knew that a team liked to hit and run, bunt, steal bases, it kept you on your toes all the time. And, that's not a very comfortable feeling.
It's Carson Hansen. Singled and then ran into an out last time up. Nice throw from Osterhaus and left. A mighty cut from Hansen. Osterhaus in left field, he was one of those guys that was a fill-in for an injury. They have Sam Christensen, who they're super high on. He was going to be their left fielder, broke his leg. And so they had to try to figure some stuff out. They also had an injury to their right fielder at the same time, Logan Davenport. So the fourth outfielder, Peyton Steele, into right.
Wow.
So they had to figure out what we're going to do in left. Check swing, he went around, 1 and 2. And they went with Justin Osterhaus, who was an infielder. And as you saw earlier, he's got a bit of a cannon out there.
Yes, he does. Yeah. Watching the outfielders move around.
Oh, the loose ball.
We got a loose ball. Yeah, I'm thinking, boy, he's really paying him a pull.
Aggressive. They're giving up all of right center field.
That happens a lot on here. The kids love to play on the berm, and the weather gets a little nicer, they'll be sliding down it on cardboard boxes.
A couple tumbles going down right now, as is right and just. Here's the throw,
Late
little
steal.
late run, and it got away. And he's going to go on to third, too.
That's one thing Kentucky does as good as anybody in baseball, and that's a delayed steal. And had both of the infielders, I think, caught them a little bit off guard. And then Neal comes up and makes a high throw, but Kentucky does that well. Step, all right. No, he Shortstop's there. LeBron does his job getting there. Just the throw is not going to be on time.
It's not in sync on the catcher to fielder. So Lawrence now 90 feet away, 1 out. The 2-2 to Hansen. And a strikeout. Battle back strikeout by Fay. Fay on the mound, not the most strikeout guy. He doesn't have as much. They tried him as a reliever initially, and it just didn't work as well. And then, lo and behold, they found out they had a starter in him. Tyler Cerny.
Took advantage of Hansen's aggressiveness that time and went out of the strike zone and got him.
Yeah, I guess it helps when you have established yourself as a reputation of this is a strike thrower. Then you can get a little bit more room to play around. Blasted by Cerny, however, he got under it, and Osterhaus dropped it. And Cerny's safe at second. Lost it in the wind some, easy to do, but a run is in for Kentucky.
I thought he had a beat on that ball all the way, but the wind kept messing with it. Wind's shifting back and forth from left field to center. So he broke back on it originally, then realizes, well, I need to come in. He gets there, ball hits right on the heel of his glove.
You know, right at the end of his approach, when the ball was on its descent, you could see him do a couple steps, because I thought the same thing. It looked like he had that dead to rights.
I did too. And when he broke back on it, I thought, well, it's not going to get out of here because it looked like it's hit off the end of the bat.
Hudson Brown swings and misses, singled his first time up. That led off the second. He was then hit in on the 2-run shot by Schwartz. But when the wind is just swirling like that, fouled back, 0-2.
When we saw Alabama before they took infield, they were actually shooting balls on the gun, working on just the way the wind was blowing them when it got up above the stadium. And you saw guys that were fighting it a little bit. But in this ballpark, well, it's actually, I thought it'd be died down by now, but it is not.
Hudson Brown gives him a second chance. Osterhaus, a better read and does make the grab, but it's a play too late for Alabama as another run is in and the Kentucky lead has grown.
After 3 innings of play, Kentucky 5, Alabama 1, 2 up, 4 Crimson Tide, Neal, Vaughn, and 11. The Cats are back on tomorrow at 1:14 as they continue the weekend series against Alabama. First pitch is scheduled for 2 p.m. Tickets are available at UKBaseballTickets.com or by visiting the ticket office here at Kentucky Club Park.
Heart of the order for the Crimson Tide. Brady Neal, Luke Vaughn, John Lem, a lot of power there. None of them reached their first time up, and a couple of them struck out. But just unfortunate defensive play has left Alabama now in the hole, but down 4.
Yeah, the weather, as we said, with this wind blowing like it is, every play counts, especially, you know, in this conference game. Very first conference game, I expected there to be some guys that were a little bit nervous. But Kentucky's been able to take advantage. Right now, have a 5-1 lead as we're starting the top of the 4th inning.
Topped it. Foul. Brady Neal is a guy that Alabama's super high on. Not only is he playing well, but he had a chance to make a lot of money out of high school. He turned down $1.7 million to go play at LSU, and it seemed like it wasn't a total great fit. It didn't completely click, and the speculation is that he was a little tight trying to prove that he was bet on himself and it was the right move. He was trying to validate that as he's thrown out. I guess you can say that was
Luke Lawrence.
Yeah, 6-3.
Yeah, 6-3. No, he's hit a couple of balls on the button, and I think you're right. You look at his average this year, 377. You probably see that a lot, and I know talk with Rob Bond about it, which has to be characteristic of a lot of kids that come over in the portal. You think, all right, they got me because I did this last year. I got to prove myself. And instead of just going out and playing ball and letting it come up to you, letting the game, which is hard to do. It's easy to say, but letting the game come to you.
Here's Luke Bond, no relation to Rob. But on that Brady Neal, to your point, is when he was playing in high school, he was loose. He was just they described him as just a classic dirtbag, which is a compliment in baseball. But then he was tight, and now he's loose again. Yeah. And he's playing much better, and he was benched for Alabama didn't play him in their opener. And he took it with stride. He was great. He's played wonderfully since then. There's the 1-1 on Vaughn. Jelkin's really settled in.
Yeah, he had a lot of hopes for him. There was, when he was hurt last year, to his credit, he would be here at every game. He wanted to be a part of it so much. He said, I'll just coach first. So he did that, but that kept him in the game. He watched hitters, and he's got just an outstanding arm.
I think you see a little bit of that with Tyler Bell, the tremendous shortstop for Kentucky, where he was helping chart pitches and stuff in the dugout, even though he wasn't able to play, as there's a walk. Not a leadoff walk, but a one-out walk, and Vaughn heads to first, and here comes John Lem.
Next up, for first time, the designated hitter number 33, John Lem.
Second best average on the team for Alabama that's starting today. He's got a bit of a gap to work with on the right side. Middle infielders are pinched in some.
Yeah, trying to keep, just in case there's that ground ball, you want to keep them somewhere where if they do get a double play opportunity, they're able to turn it.
Rips one foul, left side.
Yeah, hard to see down in that corner from our vantage point.
Called a little bit on faith there. Ernie Harwell, the great Tigers broadcaster.
They're great.
He'd say that he did radio, but when he would call a play, he would call the catch, and if it was a pop-up early, so then he could hear the crowd clap afterwards. And then if the player didn't catch it, then he would just say, oh, he dropped it. Oh, just play it and lean into it.
What a classy man he was. I've ended my career with the Tigers. I loved Ernie.
The 1-2. Inside, 2-2. Yeah, you had you got around a little bit in the majors.
Yeah, I did. I was a hat collector. I wanted to go to different teams to collect hats.
You and Brendan Holt are going to be just buds. You can sit down and talk shop. He's a second baseman too.
Yeah. I love talking to baseball. I love watching these kids play it too.
Full count.
One thing I learned at an early age, you don't want to be late on a double play, so if that pitcher does his job, then you got a chance to turn one. You don't want to be late. 0-2 to 3-2.
Jason Torres on deck is a guy who could do some damage with a couple runners on. And Lem, that's gloved by Hindle. He's just able to knock it down and get Lem. So Vaughn able to advance, and 2 are away.
I thought when he first hit it or caught it, that ball hit his glove, it bounced way up in front. Looked like that Lem might have a chance to beat it out, but he does a good job of getting to it, making a good throw. Gets him by about a half a step.
The way that ball rolled away from him, I thought Lem was going to beat it.
I did too.
Jason Torres grounded out to short last time up. Dangerous hitter, though. It's been really hot of late. Last weekend against North Florida, he hit 444. Which isn't half bad.
That's very good.
No homers, but he had a couple doubles.
You know, now it's so important when you play those midweek games because that still has an impact on what happens at the end of the year. You know, a couple of times here, Coach Keith Madison was a coach. They won 40 games, did not get an invite. So now teams are trying to schedule so that they can make sure that when they're outside their conference, they're going to try to get games they can win.
The 1-2. Just missed.
You know, that pitch hasn't been called tonight on the right-handers. That pitch on the outside, just a little bit off the plate.
Turned over and foul. Jelkin has retired 9 of the last 11 tied batters. He struck out 3.
Was a good take. Pitch started on the plate and it went off. He did a good job of taking that pitch.
Seems like just like a confident batter.
Yeah.
Torres.
Well, you got to be seeing the ball really well. You got to be able to stay back pitches like that.
And he misses here. Strikeout number 4 by Jackson Jelkin. Alabama strands their second runner of the game. And Kentucky, who scored a run, at least 1 run an inning, will look to do more damage.
It's time for the $2,500 Buckeye Challenge. Tonight, Grant and Sam will each have one chance to win $2,500 if they can make a 60-foot putt. Time to see what they got. First up is Grant. All right, we have the 60 feet measured out. Grant's lining up the putts. And it's on its way. Oh, really close. Nice try, Grant. All right, now we're going to move the hole down to the other side. And Sam will have his chance. $2,500. All right, Sam's got the putter in.
We go to the bottom of the 4th, bottom of the order for Kentucky. Schwartz, Campbell, Jenkins. That's a pretty good bottom of the order, really. The potential there, at least.
Yeah, the potential is really good. And the confidence these guys have been swinging the bat with. And Nick's not afraid to move players around from different positions. You might be leading off one day, hitting 8th the next day.
And Schwartz, to your point, he's hitting the middle of the order. He'll move around.
Yeah.
Being down in the 7th hole lets him take some of the pressure off.
You try to keep that balance if you can so you can turn that lineup over. And as much as Kentucky runs, too, they want to try to keep speed all up and down that lineup. I was kidding with Rob, said, if I drop a we or an us on them, I said, please don't think any bad of me. He says, I won't, but my 9-year-old will.
No offense. No offense to all the 9-year-olds in Alabama.
That's right. I got a lot of buddies down there, too, man. Some I still stay in touch with. I think my friend Paul Ellis was probably listening. He played basketball at Alabama. We were freshmen together.
And a strikeout. Schwartz blown away.
Now, is that good pitching? The guy's taking you deep the time before, and you come back, and, I mean, you put him away on 4 pitches. That's just really good pitching.
It has to just feel like a little, we can't use the phrase, but just, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
You homered off of me? Well.
Yeah, that showed me something right there.
Here's Scott Campbell, who struck out swinging his last time up. I've got a really, really good buddy who lives in Alabama. Big Alabama fan.
Yeah.
Swing on and miss.
Well, actually, I've got several too. You know, do you stay in touch with him?
Yeah. He's a priest at Troy. So Alabama just beat Troy. So that might have smarted a little bit. Driven towards center, but he got under it. Fowler comes in, and by Fowler I mean Holt, who peeled back and caught it.
You know, the Wade family down there, good friends. He was a tennis coach at Alabama for years. Played up here. They watch a lot of their ball games, so they're watching now. So I love it when the folks check in. You haven't heard from in a while or seen, and all of a sudden you get a text or
for sure.
Say, hey, checking you out tonight.
So no announcer jinx, right? Sky towards
That's
right
hit pretty
field.
good.
Steal. It's gone.
Golly, is that gone? Man, it's a big kid. I didn't know he had thunder the opposite way like that. The wind is blowing out that way, but he gets every single bit of this. The local kid, Owen Jenkins, has stepped up and hit a big blue bomb.
And he's been struggling. You wouldn't know it by that. That's his first home run of his Wildcat career.
Boy, it looked like a fastball up. Watch how far this ball hits over the wall. It's over the bullpen, everything. It might be out on the highway.
It's still rolling. That has to feel, after you come in with the amount of hype that he's had, local hype, and then it doesn't go absolutely perfect from the get-go, and then to have that swing, I'd take it.
Yeah. You see the bench was getting on Coach Ben Jones. They have a motto at the plate, they don't move, and he has actually had balls hit down his way, and he hasn't moved. I know it hurts, but he won't rub it. Nick's usually bundled up pretty good. Was in the dugout for a few years and said, no, I need to be on the field.
Missed on the slow roller. Kind of like the little bit of the minor league setup where the manager's out there.
I do too. I do too.
And a strikeout, a battle back strikeout to end the inning. But again, the power of Kentucky has given the Wildcats a now 5-run lead. Well, the bottom of the order worked great for Kentucky last inning, so Alabama will try their share at it. Osterhaus, Steele, and Holt.
You know, in conference ball, though, you find very few teams, not like, you know, it used to be in the big leagues. It's not in the big leagues now, where your bottom half of your order is not going to be very productive. In college ball, especially in the Southeastern Conference, you'll find a little bit of thunder back there, probably some speed and some guys that make good contact. But and that's what we see up and down both of these lineups.
Oh, that's a gorgeous pan shot. There come out of break. That was nice. Sunset,
Isn't that
gorgeous. Dribbled foul.
And if this was a week like Tuesday here, we're going to have some snow. How about that?
I saw the pile driving in the parking lot.
Oh, it's
still hanging out there.
Oh, yeah.
Just a reminder. Swung on and missed by Osterhaus.
Was using that off-speed pitch a lot more. That one said 91. I don't think so. That looked like it was off-speed.
Depends on where they're tracking it.
It's like, you're going to believe me or your lying eyes?
See if he had chase. He did not. Osterhaus stays locked in.
And both bullpens very quiet right now.
Alabama, they got a little jump there early in the first, and a massive swing and a miss by Osterhaus and a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jelkin. Now bring up Peyton Steele.
115th meeting of these two squads.
Not too bad.
Alabama leads 66-48. Last played 2024. Kentucky swept them in 2024. Outscored them 23-3.
Well, they're on that track again.
A lot of these kids weren't around, so they don't know anything about that.
You know, if you said that same stat like 6 years ago, I'd been like, oh, this is everyone's salty about it still. This guy might be. Peyton Steele is as Alabama can be. From Alabama, wearing that script A on his helmet is just peak pride for him.
Oh, that's great. Those are good-looking helmets, aren't they?
I like them. They're snazzy. This is what the Alabama radio guy he said. He likes the less shiny ones. He wants
Roger
the
Hoover,
traditional one.
yeah.
He likes the traditional one, which I don't.
Well, I'm the same
I
way
agree
here in
with it, too.
Kentucky, though. I don't like. I shouldn't say I don't like. I prefer the big K instead of the UK that they have now.
Smoked into left, gives it a ride, but drifting over is Scott Campbell. 2 away.
Thought he might have gotten a little trouble there. He threw him a couple of breaking balls, had him tried to sneak in fastball. Maybe he was trying to get it inside a little bit, didn't left it out over the plate. Still hit it right on the button, but right at Campbell.
I just felt like those are the most frustrating ones where you hit it and it just feels so good.
And you know you're out.
Then you look up and the guy's just casually reaching
You're
up.
reaching up, grabbing it. Yeah.
Brendan Holt. Alabama told a story last weekend against that Troy series where Brendan Holt, just kind of the relationship they have where they can chide him a little bit. I don't want this to come off sounding like we're trying to make fun of him, but it was a funny story that illustrates the rapport of the team. But it was 1 out in the 9th, and he's at second, almost got hit there. And he got an easy ground ball, and it could have been the batter could have walked out and just handed it to him. Just one of those where it's easy, he gathered it, and then he knob blocked that thing to Mobile.
Oh, man. And they don't let you forget that.
No, and it was at practice like the next day. Rob Vaughn went up to him and was like, Brendan, what was going on there? That was the worst throw I've ever seen. And they laughed, and everyone was in a good mood, and Rob was like, well, if he does it again, though, I might. If he does it again, we'll have problems. And a strikeout. Nope.
Well, we all do that, one of those goofy things like that somehow, and I don't know why they happen, but they happen.
The 3-2. Got a piece of it, stays alive.
But you know, the really great ball players, that stuff doesn't happen to. It's just some of us that are trying to get to that level. I mean, I had 80-something games in a row with no errors, and a routine ground ball hit to me one time, and I just, on national TV, hit everything but my glove. And I went, what in the world? Oh.
He hits this one and finds the grass.
Good hitting right there.
Brennan Holt
Battled. Yep.
Reached for the first time today.
Love seeing that. Now, you know, that's another thing, the beauty of our game right here. You got a first baseman there that's a giant, 6'6" and 240. And then you got Holt.
Who is not.
Who is not, but he's playing in the Southeastern Conference and doing an outstanding job hitting over 300. There he gets a knock with a good at bat.
Yeah,
and I'm partial to middle infielders too, by the way.
You know, not being a giant kind of comes with that trade. Here's Fowler. It's going to be a tricky one. Hindle discards him. Alabama strands a base runner for the third inning in a row. They need to be able to get some outs. They're down 5.
Are now open as your favorite horses and jockeys return for tonight's Diamond Derby. Brad Jones, post on X, who you think will win tonight's Derby. For Ronnie Picona, post hashtag UK Ronnie Picona. For Rocky's Eyebrow, post hashtag UK Rocky's Eyebrow. Foxtrot, post hashtag UK Foxtrot. And for Rabbit you got it. Post using hashtag UK Rabbit. The horses will be in starting soon, so get your X in now for who you think will be the winner.
So, Doug Flynn.
Yes, sir.
Entering today, if you had not watched any Kentucky, and I told you that Kentucky was not only last in the SEC in home runs, but significantly last in home runs, would you believe me?
No. Not after this first couple innings, I wouldn't have, but having been here and watched, and one of the things I said about this ball club earlier is they seem to have themselves in a lot of positions to score a lot more runs than they've been scoring. And one of the reasons because they didn't have that many bombs. But when you watch them tonight, and they put some pretty good at-bats on there, they've hit 3 already tonight.
Luke Lawrence will lead off the Kentucky 5th. It takes a strike. For comparison's sake, Kentucky entered today with 15 home runs. And so they've already, that's a pretty big jump by a 5th. Turned it over. Brennan gets by Brennan Holt. Good job finding a gap there by Luke Lawrence. And here's Ethan Hindle up next, who has the first home run of the game for Kentucky.
And a lot of folks, and you and I talked about it earlier, about this ballpark because it's so big, but it doesn't play as big as it looks. So, especially with wind like tonight, and this is what you see most of the spring is a pretty good wind blowing.
That's the legend of it, is that, you can't hit a home run out of here.
Yeah. Well, in the other ballpark where Kentucky was prior to this, they had the short right field, and teams used to come in and actually they didn't hit that many balls out of right field because so many guys were trying, and they just pitch them away a lot.
Just over swinging on it.
Yeah.
Hindle, the second baseman. When Tyler Bell comes back, Hindle will most likely be DHing as Lawrence will slide over to his spot. And you can see why.
Got a chance.
Gone. No, off the fence. Hit the mesh part. And he is on some tear.
Well, he's an extra base hitting machine. See, coming in tonight, he had 19 hits, I believe, and 15 or 16 of them were for extra bases. That's just a lot of top hand right there. The ball didn't get the spin on it.
And he launched that ball, too. You're right, knuckled there right at the end, but
yeah,
he got all of it. See one Alabama player getting loose in the bullpen, and here comes a conversation with Brady Neal and Tyler Fay. Ashton Crother getting loose out in the bullpen, the junior lefty. Here he is. Trying to make sure things don't get any worse. And it's threatening that way with 2 runners in scoring position. And Carson Hansen, who's been dangerous at times. That's a really moment for him too, where
they like to get his bat going. Put him in the lineup tonight, and he's been used sparingly. And they kind of go lefty-righty sometimes with him. And he's got to, just needs a little better plate recognition now he's up. Needs to have an idea. You got second and third. They're giving you a ground ball to second or short that's going to knock in a run. Just look for something you can drive and not be too anxious.
got it almost on the follow through, and they'll fire him out. So the pressure would be like if you're in his type of spot where Kentucky at full health, you're not starting, and now you get your chance here. Yeah. I could add a little extra weight.
And it could, sure enough, you can see he's over aggressive. Gets a hit the first time up, and then wants to do well, so he gets thrown out at second. So hoping, he'll just sit back, get in a good rhythm. He's going to get to play a lot, and they're going to need him too to help this ball club with that left-handed side.
Here's Tyler Cerny. Shows bunt, nicely placed.
Yep.
Longest sack bunt you'll ever see, and it does score a run.
Well, I think, Nick's in this game, every run counts, and this with the ball carrying like it is, he's going to get as many runs as he can. Had Hansen maybe got a base hit, Cerny wouldn't have bunted, but now he's saying, all right, we got to make sure we get at least one this inning.
Because even though, to your point, Alabama, their offense hasn't gotten going, that is an offense that can get really going.
Absolutely.
It's Hudson Brown. It just seems like in college baseball, I think it's one of the fun, because like you, college game is just so much, it's so fun to watch. But it seems like you'll see a game like this, and then an hour later, you'll still be in the sixth. The other team just poured it in.
Yeah, we've had some games that go 350, 4 hours, and you say, why? Well, because teams scoring 5 and 6 in the 7th and 8th inning, and especially in this league where there's so much power.
The 1-1. That's foul. Hudson Brown is 1 for 2. Singled in the first, flew out to left field in the third. That was the redemption ball for Justin Osterhaus. Tyler Fay's had to battle today. His ERA is not going to look that great, but Kentucky's put some good swings on some not too bad pitches.
Yeah, it looks like a little watch change or something.
No, this is what you guys had to deal with in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Johnny Bench out there like, I just can't get my watch to work.
I would love, I haven't talked to him about that, but I'd love to hear his comments. And I don't know if he keeps up much with college ball, although he does have an award at the end of the year for the best college catcher, high school catcher.
When you're that good, they just have so many. You have so many awards named after you. Just
He just got another one. There was a military charity just named another one because it's called. It's really good. It's going to be his now because of his name and how much he has given back to military charity.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
By the way, for those tuning in from maybe the great state of Alabama or elsewhere, Doug Flynn played for the Big Red Machine, which was a rather decent collection of talent. And a strikeout looking to end the Alabama 5th, or in the Kentucky 5th. A battle-back strikeout, but Kentucky continues to grow that lead. They've scored a run again every inning. All right, Alabama fans, this is where you'd want your Tide to roll, and it's Justin LeBron will lead off, Brady Neal, Luke Vaughn. To say it's a dangerous part of this lineup would be underselling it.
Yes, it would be. And, on a night like tonight, it wouldn't take much, a walk, base hit, and a bomb, and it's very capable of big innings happening in this ballpark. Big inning, I think, for Jelkin, too.
I was about to say, if him on the mound, if he can get through this group.
Yeah, third time around. A lot of things happen to pitchers the third time around.
But Justin LeBron, his first time around, homered. This one right back at Jelkin, a glancing blow, and the speed of LeBron's going to beat it out. So there's the first break Alabama needed.
LeBron didn't waste much time getting him a first pitch he could hit. Looked like he's limping a little bit. I don't know if he pulled something. Taking a little extra time down there, but something isn't quite right.
The medical staff's not out there. Oh, well.
It didn't seem like he hit it sideways on the bag, so that means it could, I don't know if it's a hammy.
Oh, it didn't look that bad.
Huh.
He had to stretch for it, but.
You take a player like that, you don't want to take any chances on
No.
anything, so.
Yeah, as exciting, as good a player as there is in the country. When visiting with the Alabama coaches, I asked him about the responsibility it felt for them when they have a player like Justin LeBron to help him get the most out of it.
Yeah.
Like, what's it feel like as the coaching staff? And he said it's definitely something they feel, because they want him to, when he walks out of the door at Alabama for the last time, to feel like he got everything he hoped for out of this situation. Here's Brady Neal, 0 for 2.
I thought you said, we're going to say that they said, we just get out of the way and let him play.
Well, they're trying to take some of the pressure off of him, because Alabama's got great fans, but they don't want him to be having to feel an overwhelming crush of pressure, so they're trying to have that environment And he's great with the fans, too.
That's good. You know, but you can learn a lot, too, because when you get to the next level, you're going to have to take a lot.
And that's one of the things they work with him on is just that, where I think the expectation for him is this one's driven in towards left. It bounds in front of Campbell, and Alabama's got their first 2 on.
See, there's a mistake that time. You got 0-2, and you give him a really good pitch to hit, especially to a good hitter like Brady Neal. So probably didn't throw it exactly where he wanted to on 0-2.
LeBron on second, Neal on first. And I'll bring up Luke Vaughn, who's a dangerous hitter. He hit a home run in batting practice. And we mentioned that this is a big inning for Jelkin.
Lefty warming up in the Kentucky bullpen.
Strike.
Still got good velocity. That at 94. But you know, 94 now seems to be the norm.
It's just roll it out there, get out of bed, throw a 94. Vaughn seemed just a little jittery on that one.
I don't know if he was looking for something else and just got surprised by another fastball. Hey, 0-2 again. Let's see if he takes a little better care of himself this time. Yep.
Offer did not go around. 1-2.
Good pitch. If he held back, it was a good job of holding back.
Alabama 2 on, no outs. Down 6. Stroked towards center. Tarnish makes the grab. No one can advance.
That looked like another breaking ball that was up in the zone a little bit. A good swing put on it, hit right on the button, but just right at Tarnish.
You know, one of the things that I think just really is charming about college baseball, and we got that right now, is when you have a center fielder who has an unathletic looking number like 37 and then a pitcher with a single digit number like Jelkin with 0. And we got them both.
I hadn't thought about that. Although I played with a pitcher number 37.
So it's a pitcher's number. That's what it looks good on that.
That's a good point.
And Tarnish makes it look good.
I have to ask him why he chose that number. That's what I get asked. How'd you choose 23? I didn't.
That's how it happens a lot. I bet you that's what it is.
It was better than 58. I think 55 was my first spring training. 58 was my second. And then when I made the club, they gave me 23.
Yeah, 37 looks good on him. But when you look at it on paper, and you're like, oh, this guy, surely he's not a star center fielder who's going to get drafted. Oh, wait, he's outstanding. That happened with Pete Crow Armstrong of the Cubs. Their center fielder.
Yeah.
He started with 52, I think. And then last spring training, the general manager came down and was like, why don't you switch to something that looks faster? And so he wears 4, which does indeed look faster.
Are they playing tonight? Aren't they? USA play Canada tonight?
They do. Swung on a miss. Armstrong, part of that team. U.S. backdooring their way into that.
Wow.
Thank you, Italy.
Michael Lorenzen shut him out there for 4.5. 4 2/3.
Just all go to a fine Italian restaurant to show our appreciation. Swing and a miss.
Back-to-back off-speed sliders.
The Vaughn at bat in this one just feels so significant. And this one will go full. John Lem earned a full count last at bat, grounded out to second. This one he hammers right field off the foul pole and a home run. The Crimson Tide strike back.
Well, wasn't much doubt about that one. Worked the count. Had 2 breaking balls that he swung through that time and worked the count full, got him a pitch that he could handle. I mean, he drills this one, about knocked that foul pole down.
I was going to say, he hit that thing so flush, I bet you it's dented. He killed that thing.
Yeah, that ball was hit really well.
The only question was if it was just going to stay fair.
Didn't look like it was hooking any, though. I mean, he just drilled it right down the line.
A 3-run shot for Alabama, and they're right back in this game. Look at that foul pole. It's still shaking.
Welcome to the Southeastern Conference.
I'm surprised there's not a hole in it. I mean, there are holes in it, but I'm surprised there's not like a baseball-sized hole.
You know, most pitches he's got up a little bit in the strike zone. Alabama's teed off and hitting pretty good on them. There's Nick Minjone coming out. And usually when he comes out, there's a pitching change.
It's looking like one indeed.
And you know this first game is big for all of them, even though it's just the first game.
We're a step away as Leighton Harris, the sophomore lefty, will come in to try to quell the tide.
Set to create pitching change for News Hockey. Now, locked together in the 45, Leighton Harris.
Leighton Harris, the 6'3" sophomore from the faraway horse country of Lexington, Kentucky.
There's your battery right there, high school battery mates, I think.
How cool is that? He has a bit of a fly ball. He got some fly outs. Opponents have hit him pretty well this year, but just 5 appearances, so still very early on. ERA is inflated because he's given up 5 runs, but he keeps dialing in. It'll go down, but this gets a clean inning at least.
Yeah, and you know he can be good. It just depends on location.
Jason Torres, the batter. There's a nice opening strike for Leighton Harris.
We got 2 Harrises on this pitching staff. One will be throwing tomorrow's game. He'll be starting. A right-hander, and then you got the lefty here. Look at those 2 records up there, 15-3, 15-2. That is not too shabby.
And pretty ideal starts to the season. Now Kentucky's losses Sometimes little head scratchers as that one finds right field.
What a nice piece of hitting. Got him with 2 strikes, threw him a changeup on the outside part of the plate. He didn't try to roll over it. Served it to right field. The way they draw it up.
Like I said his last time up, he just has the aura of a calm,
Veteran.
knows what he's doing. Yeah, very veteran.
Yep.
The word I always hear, the professional approach.
Yes, that's right.
He's got a professional approach to hitting.
2 strikes, and they throw it out there, and you just say, hey, there's a big hole. Why not hit it that way?
Oh, how about I put the ball right there? One just misses.
You know, guys that are good hitters, they're just good.
That sounds funny, but it's right. Yeah, they're just
There's
really good at
something
it.
special about it that if you're not very good, it doesn't matter how much practice you take. The good ones just keep hitting.
Went a little high, 2-0 to Osterhaus, who's 0 for 2. This has been the inning that Alabama A, needed, B, hoped for.
Yeah, that's got them back in the game. If they got 1 or 2, but that big bomb just picked up the whole dugout, gave everybody a little bit. Now, you just get the bases loaded. And you're just 1 swing away.
Do you think the situation right before he swung that bat was 2-2? Oh, then there was a walk, but the 2-2 pitch, and if he struck out, ground out, it would have been just Kentucky would have had all the momentum, and there's a walk.
Yep.
So the first 2 batters reach on Harris.
That bullpen will probably get going again. Well, this is going to be a true test for Kentucky's bullpen for sure. Dan Roselle going to come out and have a word with Harris. Especially a lefty pitching against a lefty, you really don't want to walk him because that's why he's in there, is to try to get him to induce some contact to him. But tonight it'll be interesting to see how far they go and what kind of leash they put some of these guys on.
Yeah, especially so early in the series. And this is the first real proving ground against an SEC team this year. Is this whole week, opening week in the SEC. Connor Madison, he's got a just nasty changeup. Was warming up in the bullpen.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff. There's a couple of guys down that have had good starts to their season.
Peyton Steele, the native Alabaman. Flown out to left each time up.
Last time he hit that ball right on the button.
Yeah, if he pulled in that fence, not even a half yard, it might have been gone. The 1-0.
Wow, this is not what you want if you're Nick Minjone.
No, it seems like sometimes you especially got a young pitcher coming in where as a reliever, it seems to me they're most vulnerable right at the beginning. If it gets a little shaky right off, then it can kind of snowball.
Well, he used him last year some, and he was effective, and then this year hoping that year of experience would have helped out. Now he's about to put himself in a really tough hole.
He also got the Alabama dugouts on him. 3-0. Battle back strike. So 1 out here in the 6th. The tying run, though, right there. Peyton Steele. Chop towards third. Gloved by Cerny. Steps on the bag to get 1. The skip got 2.
Wow.
Welcome back to the lineup, Tyler Cerny. And I think Clayton Harris might need to give him a big hug.
Hey, absolutely. He'll be buying dinner on him tonight.
Concentrates Maddox and lane 4 line grab hash is Reed. Our jockeys race to the finish line with a winner will be announced by jockeys ready. Fans ready. The horses are on the starting gate, so here we go. And it's Ryan Todd to the early lead. Actually started clear by Chris Armitage. Tumble. Concentrates still sitting at the starting line. Not sure what's going on. Concentrates. Well, Rabbit Ash, jockeyed by Reed. Across the finish line first. Congratulations, Reed. The winner tonight's time dirty.
Alabama got 3 back there in the 6th. But more importantly, there's a delightful little kids race on those inflatable horses right there. That was,
Getting you ready for the Derby.
yeah, that's what gets you. That's what everyone's here to the ballpark to see. That was pretty great. Also, that happening for Alabama was really great.
Yes, it was. You just kind of knew. I mean, it's not going to be shut out. You look at their numbers. They've scored and been scoring some runs. They've got some power in their lineup. They got a couple of guys on. And, well, just got a big swing of the bat. And, you know, they're right back in this thing now.
And speaking of big swings of the bat, here's Ryan Schwartz. But that inning, it just felt like, you know, there could be, Alabama could do something with this. And they really needed to give themselves it lessens the pressure of something heroic at the end.
And it took a good play at third base, or they might still be hitting, too.
Oh, man,
Certainly
very
did
much.
a great job. Wow, there's that pitch on the outside part. That, you know, they're just not calling that tonight, so you just. Came back, change up. Got him last time after the home run. He owned him his second time up. This time he's had him out in front.
Got him guessing a little bit there. Full count.
Well, it shows a lot of poise. You know, he got hit around a little bit, but giving up those 7 runs, but he's still battling.
You got a strikeout.
Yep.
Back-to-back strikeouts in the game and of Ryan Schwartz. But that battling mindset, that's just Tyler Fay. When he began his career, was a walk-on at Nebraska. I think where he was walked onto the team, he didn't even really make the team. And so he had to persevere to just stay locked in. A swing and a miss.
Well, I mean, he's got command of all of his pitches now. The breaking ball, the changeup, and that fastball. And I love how fast he works, too. He doesn't take any time whatsoever.
Just a no-nonsense approach.
Wow.
Bunt laid down, but it's right back at the pitcher, and there's PFP for you. 2 away.
He made that too easy. I could see maybe bunting. But you got to make that first baseman field it if you can, or push it by that pitcher if you're going to go to the right side.
So here's Owen Jenkins, whose last ball he hit is still flying. This one much shorter. And it's a fair ball, and that's it. Well, the first 1-2-3 inning for the Kentucky offense comes at an inauspicious time as Alabama is surging.
I get suckers on your side. I get suckers on your side. All sevens, no sixes, rest easy, get some shut eye. Hold on, hold on. Niggas making them play. Never had a will slip, Chris, straight to the stage. 3-4 shows, but I play safe today. The neighborhood is smoky, I stay safe in this place. Drizzy got to drop the hands and get some rain. I tell you, get me out, you both know in the day. Expressing pain, expressing pain.
From Goodyear, Arizona, Connor Madison will step to the mound, the junior. We mentioned as he was warming up that he can deploy what was described to me as a Bugs Bunny changeup, which if you've played at any remotely decently high level of baseball, you've struck out to one before, and it is just the worst.
Is that it? 69 miles an hour?
It just floats it in there. It looks like it's the size of a car. And Brennan Holt will lead off the inning, bottom of the order, and then Bryce Fowler and Justin LeBron are waiting on deck. That was a second baseman. You got to like Brennan Holt's game.
I love most second basemen's game. And I'm jealous because all of them can hit much better than I could.
Currently or then?
Yes. No, usually it's a guy that's not the biggest person on the team, somebody who's grit, who plays hard.
Left outside. Madison, opponents are batting .220 against him. He struck out 14, walked 4. 12th inning of work on the year. They do like to use him after Jelkin. So, same thing today with a pitcher in between. Full count.
You got to imagine for the first time in an SEC games for some of these guys too, the adrenaline's going to be flowing a little bit. Have to find a way to control that. Certainly don't want to walk the number 9 hitter to lead off an inning.
Ripped foul for Holt. This is his first SEC game in some time. Debuted with LSU, as we mentioned earlier. Oklahoma State really found a home in South Alabama, thrived there, and he's found a similar environment at Alabama. South Al to the Big A. And a walk.
3-2. Change up.
And this is where it can get really dangerous for the Kentucky Wildcats. Because Bryce Fowler coming up, he's 1 for 3 today, and he is dangerous.
They're right to the meat of their lineup.
A snappy little pickoff move there. Alabama didn't think they were going to have a shot at Bryce Fowler because he'd already committed to another school, but that coach then left to go to a northern school, Ohio State. And Bryce Fowler, who is as true blood Mississippi as there is, took one look at the geography and the climate. Now tonight is frigid cold for him, so he didn't want anything to do with up there.
A lot of people say that about coming here to Kentucky. It's the northernmost school in the Southeastern Conference, and I don't think you can complain about tonight's temperature. In the 50s anyway.
Yeah, that's great. A lot of attention for Brendan Holt. But yeah, he was going to go to Campbell with Justin Hare, and then Justin Hare went to Ohio State. And that made him available, and it was very receptive to the Alabama offer. Flicks it over towards Hindle, looks for 1. Will they get 2? Not for the speedy Fowler, who was signaling safe before he even got to the bag.
Yeah, that was going to be tough to turn any way you looked at, especially playing as deep as these guys were. It's one thing I haven't got used to yet when I watch how deep all the infielders in this league play back, because it is turf and they play almost to the back of the dark part of this infield. And so that's going to make it really tough to turn a double play.
Justin LeBron, 2 for 3. Breezed on the first.
You got to be very careful here. He threw that changeup first time. Well, he looks so confident up there and so compact at that plate. He's got that quick swing.
Right back at the mound.
Uh-oh.
And a tricky first throw. That pulled Hendel. Kentucky's lucky they got one.
They are very lucky they got one. Man, that was almost just disaster, but a great play that time by Hendel to lay across the bag. I mean, they work on this every day. And you could tell him, he just, that arm got short.
Ethan Hendel going back to his days of playing first base in Little League, maybe. There's Brady Neal. He singled his last time up.
Hey, 2 good defensive plays have kept Kentucky pitchers out of trouble. His heart's probably beating about 200 beats a minute right now.
I think you're right. He looks calmer. Brady Neal, he had a fun story about him earlier this year. It might have been last weekend, but earlier this season, he was played in Alabama, was at home, so they're in the home dugout. And to illustrate just how relaxed he's been hitting. The ball's high. It was a 2-strike count, and the third baseman was playing well back. And he looked over at the batter's box at the coach and like nudged his head towards like he's back. You want me to lay it down a bunt? He's always communicating. The coach's like, all right. It's two strikes, drag bunt for single.
Hello. There's a lot of guys that could get out of a slump, and now with the way that they play so many of these, I mean, they look how deep our guys are. Uh-oh, we got some.
Another ball on the field.
Ball on the field.
You only play with one. But yeah, to your point, Lawrence is on the second base side of second base.
I'd say that's the statistics say that Neal is probably a pull hitter.
He'll have to pull it when he walks. And, well, look at this circumstance. Luke Vaughn coming up with 2 runners on again. Now, he lined out to center field, but John Lem behind him launched the 3-run shot, and it won't be Luke Vaughn.
Andrew
It'll
Purdy.
be Andrew Purdy, who's a regular contributor for Alabama. They like his bat. And if you're looking for a chance to prove yourself, well, here you go. It's a pretty good opportunity. Or a pretty good opportunity.
Wind still freshening out to right field, too, so you got to be very careful. Came back with a fastball, 91.
Purdy, a native of Georgia. Checked it and goes down looking. A battle back clutch strikeout for Connor Madison. And Alabama strands 2. Kentucky leads by 3. the bottom of the 7th, Tyler Fay still battling. Everybody bundled up. It's not that cold. I'm kidding. It's in the booth. It feels great in here.
Yeah, we got one window open, so it's not so bad.
It's not in front of us. It's adjacent, but you know, we got a whiff of the elements.
Yep. You know, as Tarnish comes to the plate to lead off this inning, a lot of you may not have been listening in. Tyler Bell out of the lineup tonight. They're hoping he might come back to play short, but shoulder is still just a little bit sore. So the Cats have kind of repositioned a few guys. Hopefully he'll be back here before the weekend is over with.
Kentucky has gotten the use of their opening day lineup once on opening day, and since then they just had a little bit of hodgepodge.
Yeah. Young man dove for a ball in the game, messed up his shoulder a little bit. It's bothering him a little bit today. I don't know if it's because of the injury or he just maybe slept goofy on it or something, but why take a chance?
There you go, is struck out. Back-to-back strikeouts of Jace Tarnish. Tyler Fay, it's almost like he's getting better too. Even Doug, even with the runs he's given up, like I didn't feel like he was making bad pitches. He's just out there just rolling along. Kentucky's got some good swings on him.
So, you know, he's getting ahead of hitters and then he's putting hitters away too. And Kentucky hasn't looked comfortable the last couple of innings.
And again, Fay's a guy that really had to earn his spot, not only onto the Friday rotation spot, but just onto the roster for Alabama. A year ago, he was early in the season, this time at last year, he was pitching midweek games in the middle of the inning. Towering pop-up for LeBron. But if you went back and look at the Alabama record books, you'd see if Alabama was playing Alabama State on a Wednesday, there would be Tyler Fay's name in the 4th inning.
Yeah.
Middle reliever of those. And then a year later, he's the unquestioned Friday starter.
Well, that Friday night starter is so important in this league. I'll tell you, I've been impressed, you know. I mean, he hasn't changed. He just, as you said, just got better.
Dribbled foul. Actually, it was violently dribbled foul. It was well struck. It's kind of a phase, a little bit of a throwback for me, where you don't see that many guys that are just going to pound the zone every single time.
Well, and it's not right down the middle. People say when he's throwing strikes. I mean, he's working the ball up and down and on the corners, keeping hitters off stride like there. Fastball in the 90s. That time came back with a change at 81. And once again, he's 0-2 on a Kentucky hitter.
I like, you see so often in college where it'll be this situation, 0-2, and then the pitcher and catcher will dial up just 2 back-to-back breaking balls outside that have no chance of anything. I want to try to get a chase high, but I like it where you're still attacking the batter.
Yeah. Well, you know, they say you want to waste a pitch sometimes. You don't want to waste it so much that it has no meaning whatsoever.
There's a blow-away strikeout. More musing on pitching selection next. But Tyler Fay, he's clicked here. He struck out 3 in the last 2 innings. Madison stays on the mound. We go to the 8th. John Lem will lead it off. Jason Torres, Justin Osterhaus.
Got a good ball game here for the first night opening. Welcome to Lexington, Jonathan.
Thank you, man.
Our buddy Dick Gabriel's over doing gymnastics for the university.
I'm just keeping his seat warm. He'll be back. He'll be back tomorrow.
Well, you got a busy day tomorrow too, though, right?
I do. Yeah, I'll be in Louisville doing radio for Racing Louisville as they begin their season.
How about that?
A couple season openers back-to-back nights.
There you go.
The high ball.
Well, John Lem went to count 3-2 last time, then almost tore down the foul pole.
He did. It's still swaying. Surprised it didn't just bend down like you see trees in hurricanes. just bent over.
He hit a rocket out of here.
I'll tell you what, that ball will have traveled further and harder when he tells that story in 20 years.
That's a pitch there that maybe if Jenkins was able to hold on to it, might have got the strike call, but since the ball got away from him.
Swing and a miss. That's one of those ones you never get the you're never going to get the benefit from the umpire. You see that strike dropped.
Yeah.
Should have caught him in.
That's it. We got a timeout, looks like. Haven't seen too many of those in the game.
No.
The umpires, they do a good job. It's been my dad umpired some and refereed, and then he was a politician. I'm thinking, well, you just don't want any friends, do you?
What career choices can I make to be the least liked? Fouled back. It's like I think I'm gonna referee basketball in the winter, umpire baseball in the spring, and then I'm gonna go into politics.
And he did a little football too.
Mix it in.
Yeah.
The 2-2. Driven towards right center. Got a lot of it. That's the deepest part of the park. And Jace Tarnish has wheels.
Ball had a really good sound to it when it came off the bat. Hit it to one of the deeper areas out there in right center field. Tarnish with those good wheels runs it down.
And that's one of the things that when Kentucky saw him coming out St. Bonaventure, just that ability was what makes him such a great player for Kentucky. Because the spacious center field, you got to have speed.
Yeah, you better have speed in this ballpark for sure.
Hi to Jason Torres, who's 1 for 3 today.
Kentucky has, one of the best that's ever played here, center fielder Austin Cousineau on the bench. Works with these outfielders.
Hacksawed foul. It's interesting. We were talking. We don't need to say the player. It wasn't anyone on the team, but when you have some players, if they're receptive to hearing that guidance from a former player, it can be just invaluable.
Absolutely.
Especially someone like him.
Yeah.
Swung on and missed.
Man, he could run them down. He was just a really good player. Played a little pro ball. Good to see him back here. Great coaching staff here at the university. When you start looking up and down the lineup of all the coaches now in the Southeastern Conference, you go, wow. Seeing guys come back to their schools.
Nope. I love the one where the fan is jeering and he's sitting 400 feet away at the second level.
That ball's outside.
And a
straight
strikeout. Madison dialed in. Here's Osterhaus.
That straight in the bottom just falls out of that one. What a good pitch. got a fast wind up, and he's throwing 90 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden he throws that change up. You start changing the eye level on these hitters.
That's when you really can just start making pitches. You can really just get over a batter. If he just what you said, changing speed's one thing.
Yeah.
If you're messing with eye levels. Oh. I almost felt that one in my ribs. 2-0.
There's a change. I tell you what's so good about the college kids today. All their mechanics are so good, so much better than what they used to be. And they grow up learning how to hit and field and all that the right way. Another back-to-back changeup.
He's commanding that pitch so well right now.
Yeah, he set it up, with the first couple of fastballs, and then
They buzzed the tower too, and then he's come back with these changes.
yeah. You can see he's got a fast action, fast motion. There's another one.
Golfed to Hindle, easy pickets. And that's it for the Alabama 8th. The bottom of their order will come up in the 9th. But Kentucky will again get a chance to swell that lead. New pitcher for Alabama, Ashton Crother, has been warming up for what feels like a half hour now. As the strikeouts Kentucky's accumulated. That's the K you were talking about, right? They won it on the hats?
That's it, yeah. That's funny they put that on the little banners out there for the strikeouts, but that was the old K that we used to wear, the Power K they called it back in the day.
New batter for Kentucky. New pitcher for Alabama. Will Marcy back. Carson Hansen went 0 for 3. Marcy had been dealing with some injuries.
Hansen had that hit first time up.
Oh, correction, yeah, 1 for 3. You're
1 for
right.
3, yeah.
He ran out, or
Ran into an out. Look at
Yep.
here.
There's a nice piece of hit.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the plate, Will Marcy.
Is it that easy?
Apparently. I didn't think so.
I didn't either. Yeah, good to see Will back. Boy, just gets a fastball on the inside.
Not many people are hitting Ashton Crother. Opponents are batting .211 against him. He doesn't strike out a lot, but he generates a lot of weak contact. Will Marcy didn't get the memo.
That's what you want from a guy on the bench. You want him to come up there and start hacking. It looks like an offensive timeout being called here by Kentucky, going to decide. Austin Kuzno and Chase Daniels down there taking a little talk with Nick.
Remember, Cerny had that sack bunt an inning ago that went all the way up the first baseline. It was so well done.
You know, and that was a big run, as we said, because they had second and third and nobody out. And Hanson made an out. They didn't score, and so they didn't want to take a chance of not getting any runs at all.
Yeah, when we were talking about that, we said the score was 6-1 when he laid down that bunt.
That's right.
And we said that this is a big run for Kentucky because you never know in the SEC, these offenses are insane. And then Alabama, like a couple innings later, bam.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I've seen it so many games, and you have too. You've been around this. They can change just like that.
So Cerny, who did the unusual route to Kentucky of playing at Indiana before finding his way to the Wildcats. From a Hoosier Crimson to Wildcat Blue.
I like this. I thought he might be bunting here, but, you know, maybe put a little hit and run on. With the left-handed pitcher, they may not try to steal.
Be ambitious. Wouldn't put that past Kentucky, though. Smoked.
Oh.
Foul.
That was close.
Oh, that is very close.
And then a definitive foul ball called.
Yeah, I think if you have to jump and pirouette and turn around before making your call, it better be definitive.
You got to put a Leslie Nielsen on it.
Call a foul before it lands.
Didn't see any chalk. Of course, you never see chalk on this field.
It's a little tough when it's spray painted down there. Man, if that was fair Marcy, I'd say he's still running, but he'd be sitting in the dugout right now.
Yeah, it had to depend where that ball hit. If it hit on all the way to the corner, if it bounced off that edge.
Foul ball. 2-2. Cerny, in one of his visits here to Kentucky Proud Park with Indiana, was in the regional round in the playoffs. Got ejected.
Oh, really?
For a home run celebration that wasn't his. Came out of the dugout and got thrown out for that game and the rest.
Was that here?
That was here.
Oh, that's
Struck
good
out here.
pitching. Yeah. I think I remember that.
So one away will bring up Hudson Brown, but the joke was he's like, man, you know what? This is a nice ballpark to get thrown out in. I think I'll just come back.
Well, that was a good pitch there. Fastball in, and he got him to foul one off, and then came back with a good off speed.
Hudson Brown singled and scored in the second, flew out to left in the third, struck out looking in the fifth. And that is what we call a line score. For those scoring at home, which should be all of you. Like, I know it's none of them, but should be all.
Did you used to do that when you listened to a game?
Yeah,
I did too.
Yeah.
I didn't do baseball too much. I did basketball.
I would do it. I mean, if I was in attendance at a game, 100%. My scorebook. I still have a few.
I like to do it because it seems like when I write it down, especially if I'm broadcasting the game, I can remember it better.
Oh, for sure. Growing up in Indiana, when we'd be doing basketball, I wouldn't. Let's say Kentucky too, great basketball state. But our thing was we'd watch it and then run out to the driveway really fast in between quarters and try to play it out. Pretend to be Reggie Miller.
Oh.
Or Damon Bailey or somebody.
Delayed steal.
Oh, here it is. And
got him.
out by a mile. LeBron and Neal are dialed in.
I tell you, LeBron has made 2 good pickups on short hops.
Yeah, so I said earlier in the game that the Alabama staff, they're like, man, if you saw him in center field, you'd wonder why we play him at short. Well, I don't. Looking at him do these pickoffs, just a natural. He makes it look so easy.
He makes it look very easy. I take credit I credit LeBron too for being there, because one time in my pro career I was late getting to the bag. It cost me $25, and I was never late again, and I didn't have $25.
I bet you LeBron's got a little bit more than that with the current climate than you got back then.
You think?
you as a pro in the 70s versus being a
college kid
sophomore
now.
or junior in college now. Count as 3-1.
A lot of people weren't excited about that call, and I don't know at the time maybe they're thinking about what they want to throw to this big rascal.
Well, I think right now, so 2 outs, you're this close to getting out of the inning without giving up any more damage. And Hudson Brown, who said earlier has not found the home run swing yet, but if you're Alabama, you definitely don't want him to find it. You don't want this to be the time that he finds it.
Exactly.
Youngster, all the
he
talent
looked like
in
he
the
was
world.
taking on 3-0 too, didn't he? I would have thought, turn him loose and let him get a feel for, just see a pitch, see how hard you can hit it. But trying to get another base runner on, I guess.
Just an intense player. You're never going to see him smile on the field. Or on the video board. Walks. Now that will bring up a very dangerous hitter who is out for revenge because he struck out the last 2 times. Ryan Schwartz. Struck well to dead center field, but Fowler's there.
It was close to him getting it, but you can tell had a little overspin on it.
Well struck, but Fowler was there, and now Alabama's work's cut out for them. They need 3 runs in the top of the 9th to stay alive. welcome to the 9th inning. Looking for his 4th save of the season was the Western Kentucky Friday starter from a year ago, Jack Bennett, native of Paducah. Found a home here out of the pen on Fridays for Kentucky. Struck out 11 to 1 walk. Opponents batting a brisk 209 against him, which is what you want to see if you're a pitcher.
Been used a lot. Early in the year, been coming in, doing a good job so far.
And Peyton Steele, the native Alabaman. Simple work. Alabama needs base runners. At least 2 of them. If you were scoring at home, you'd know this, but Justin LeBron is
In the hole.
4th up. Yeah. So they need at least 1 to reach for him to factor in. And if none reach before him, then they'll be all for naught. Steele's been a lot of fun today.
Well, it's hard to tell. You know, he's got the same arm motion with a couple of different pitches, and got some late break on him.
That's a little, I mean, that's rough if you're the batter and you have someone like Bennett coming in where the reliever has the multiple pitches from the same arm slot.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And, you know, he's a veteran. He, like you say, pitched for Western. So he's nothing new for him.
Flailed, bow. That youngster on the berm, he should have caught it.
And the ball looked like it may bounce back out on the
Dude,
field.
I'm telling you, you got to, you go to where the ball's going to land, get your weight back there, and make the grab. I don't care if it's on a hill and you're not in the game. Go catch it.
Those kids are wanting it now.
3-2. They might get a chance at it.
It's staying in here, looks like.
Drifting into the glove of Hudson Brown. Big first out for Jack Bennett in Kentucky. Yeah, Hudson Brown, we were talking about that in pregame. He just looks like he was described to me as he's just a ball player, and he looks just like he's just a ball player out there.
And he's getting better. You know, he's young still. He's getting better defensively over there. And they've tested him because they've thrown a bunch of them in the dirt.
Here's Brennan Holt. We've talked about he's a tough, gritty player, Brennan Holt, and they need a tough, gritty at bat.
On base a couple of times tonight for your 9-hole hitter.
He's behind Bennett, though, 0-2. Alabama goes to his former school, South Al, in the middle of the week on St. Patrick's Day. That ball's fouled off. Kentucky, fittingly on St. Patrick's Day, will play Marshall, who is green.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Very appropriate.
I'll be doing a function with the bank that I work with, so I will be wearing green as well. I guess Flynn, you got to wear a little something Irish, right?
Yeah, that's what. I got some Irish blood. I always cherish it. Straightened out towards center. Tarnish has a bead on it and lets it softly fall into his glove.
But another good at bat for Holt.
Here's Bryce Fowler. So Alabama might be down to their last out, but they're definitely not going to go out quietly. They've got Fowler, LeBron, and Neal waiting if Fowler can reach. LeBron is on deck. Fowler's been much better this year than a year ago in his decision-making at the plate, coming with a plan to the plate. He's going to need it against Bennett. Checks. Did not go.
Got a lot more umpires this late in the game than we had to start with.
Yeah, there's one who might have been properly lubricated too. That's really into it.
Oh, that's trouble.
Nice piece of hitting into the corner. That's at least 2. Fowler can fly, and he will ease up and stop at second. And that brings up the man.
Boy, what a good piece of hit. Looked like an off-speed pitch. Waited back, then threw those hands at it, hit the ball down the line. Good piece of hit.
And here he is.
And the Cats with 9 hits tonight. Alabama has 8. There's a couple of errors right now looming pretty big for the Tide.
The tying run is on deck for Alabama. Smoked up the middle towards Luke Lawrence, and he throws him out. It's an opening SEC win for the Wildcats. Kentucky built up that persistent lead and then held on to take down Alabama 7-4, but a statement by Kentucky, and they hung on.
I think this is a game that's going to be so typical of what you see in the Southeastern Conference this year, that the visiting team or whoever happens to be behind will always be in it because they're just one big blow away. Credit to the Kentucky pitchers who were able to come in here and weren't sure about what the bullpen was going to look like, but tonight that and a couple of good defensive plays, and the Cats have their first SEC win of the year.
Alabama got base runners, but they stranded 7 of them.
Yep.
So we'll try it again tomorrow as game 2 will loom. We'll look forward to it. So on behalf of our whole crew, Doug Flynn, I'm Jonathan Mathis bidding you adieu from Kentucky Proud Park. Kentucky takes down Alabama 7-4.
The Cats are back home again tomorrow. March 14th as they continue to win series against Alabama. First pitch is scheduled for 2 p.m.